Okay, looks like we are live. Let me check. And if we are, we will get straight into it. I think we are. That would be a yes. Alright, hello everyone, Ace here, and welcome back to my live stream. We are actually going to be playing some more Airfix Dogfighter. Now, we did go ahead and play the... Hidden Boss says, I can hear you. Murderous Kitten says it's alive. Great. So, we will be playing, instead of the Allies campaign, we will actually be playing the Axis campaign for this particular playthrough. Alright, so, the aircraft we will be using is the Focke-Wulf 190, which for some reason has worse stats, for the most part, than the 109. I don't know why, but apparently it does. Hidden Boss says, but can we be sure of are alive at this point in time? Okay. We'll be able to get more plank, new model kit and blueprints for it. Okay, so we'll be getting a new aircraft from this. Simple enough. Alrighty. Whoopsie daisy. There's that. And there's the rockets. And there's the bombs. Hooray. Lions Amen says, hello, I am here for the lolly in the airplane. Okay. Well, we do have Japanese aircraft, but it's going to be a little while before we unlock them. And instead of stars, we get little iron crosses to upgrade our weapons. So let's go ahead and do that. Ow. To be fair, I did kind of get right into the gun on that, so he did have a fair shot at me. Locate the cannon and pick it up. Will do. Murderous Kitten says 190 is worse than 109. Okay, I guess this game is not going for historical accuracy. To be fair, they also are in the last live stream. We also found out that the P-51 apparently has a very short range in this game, which is one thing that it is not known for. Okay, that was easy enough. To be fair, I don't think we should expect too much historical accuracy from the model kit, from the model parts game. Alright, so mission 1 is done. Let's go for mission 2. Flying Spaghetti. Cue the pizza time theme. Because we are getting our hold... oh, we're going to be getting a new weapon. We're also going to be flying the Fiat G50. Hidden Boss says, this is what you get for using cheap toys. Find American Spy is probably hiding in the kitchen. Okay, so I think there might be something up here to pick up. Nope, okay, never mind then. I guess it's in the next room. Ah yes, it's in here. I don't have the key yet, so I need to get the key. Okay. First, let's pick up some goodies, and then we will make it. There it is. Now, where is the final thing that I see on the radar? Where is it? It says it's in here, so I'm guessing what you need to do is shoot the TV to unlock it. Whatever it is. That is correct, and it is a free weapon upgrade. Or not. Never mind. It's just some paint, but the game tricked me. But I'll still pick up these little goodies here. Murderous Kitten says, how did Italy win the war? They dropped pizza and spaghetti over little Italy districts, US coastal cities with notes saying, surrender, we have more pizza. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. So there's a Churchill tank patrolling the area that we should be terrified at, apparently. Don't ask me why, but apparently we should be. And we're close to getting our first little upgrade. Murderous Kitten says hi. Mein Zeman says hello. Okay. So I guess we do have to break all of these just to find the key. It's not the best design decision I've seen, that's for sure. Yeah, well. At least it gives me the perfect... Ooh, there it is. But it still gives me the perfect excuse to just blast away at these things and try to get as many points as possible. Oh, connection's been lost on... Kind of been lost, anyways. We're at 14. Yep, that's another upgrade, definitely. So we'll basically be getting into this particular fight full, with a decent suite of upgrades and ready to go. And it looks like there's even one more here if we really want to, and I kinda do. So there we go. Alright, now let's go ahead and head into the kitchen proper. Why isn't it working? Oh, I guess it's a different room. Murderous Kitten says, well, Churchill's 57mm anti-tank gun was super good at shooting down fast-flying aircraft, especially with 15 degrees of gun elevation. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's a friendly. However, I think we found out where the enemy spy is. Maybe. Or maybe not. Well, we got some more goodies out of it at least. There's the enemy spies. You're hiding American spies in the kitchen. We know there's still at least one spy left around here. There he is, I see him. Well, we're actually close to upgrading again, so that's nice. I'll just take that, and then I'll shoot at him. And the plans have been picked up. Hooray. Alright, so I think we can now return to base. We did pretty well. And there we go. Perfect. And we got a new weapon out of it. I forget what the weapon is supposed to be in this case, but I know we got a new weapon, so that's nice. Frozen Flight, the Italian involvement in the war has already paid off. Oh, the irony. Sorry. The schematics we retrieved before has enabled us to develop a guided missile with the capacity to chase down its own targets. Il Duce has asked it should be Il Duce has, but asked us to help him with a problem of his. A convoy of allied forces is terrorizing his pasta cooking. I see that the game developers are in on this joke as well. From a neighboring sector, and he would like to see it destroyed. We feel this to be the least we can do for our fellow Fangasmakas, I guess is what that's supposed to say. Alright. So we are already having some problems with the shading, apparently. But at least it doesn't appear to be too bad right now. There we go. Alrighty. And there we have it. Italian says, thank you, I shall be at your service. Find the plans. Seems simple enough. Okay, so I don't think the plans are... Well, they might still be in here, technically. Yeah, I think he said it was in the cooking. Alright, so I think it's actually supposed to be in here that we go pick up the plans. You need a brown key. Okay. Let's go get that key. Oh, I found the plans. Whoops. Enemy tanks are breaching our help defending the base. Alright, sounds simple enough. Now we got the key. Find and eliminate the convoy in the dining room. Sounds simple enough. It looks like a German tank there. Yep, definitely some German stuff here. Deleted. Some glue. Some more goodies here. Convoy destroyed. Mission complete. Perfect. Alrighty, let's go to mission, I guess, number 4? Yes. Radiotherapy. With the latest arrival of our latest fighter, we are now closing in on the RAF. Our first step is destroying them is knock out their cursed radar stations. This is the only way for us to even have a chance to close in on their airfields without having an entire legion of tea drinkers waiting for us. The latest information from our spies has revealed interesting facts about the locations of their secret stations. Okay? So we'll go into the washing room, apparently. And we get to fly the BF-109, which again is faster, has more fuel, and slightly worse armor than the 190. I think the only thing that might historically be accurate is that the 109 was less durable than the 190 of those two things. Of those three things, sorry. Alright, so, some cannons. And some homing missiles. We need to get the blue key. Okay, simple enough. We'll just start firing on stuff just to see what we can pick up. Credit where credit's due. The Germans do get, the Axis do get some interesting toys, like homing missiles in this game. And then again, though, so do the Allies. not a lot of tech so far gotten, so we'll go ahead and pick up some more. Okay, so that's good, I guess. Yeah, let's see. Whoops. Alrighty, now. Hello, laundry room. And now we can open up on them and start taking out everything in here. Simple enough. I think we can take out this one pretty easily. Might take 2 hits. Either that or I keep missing. So there's 2 left. Good to know. That just leaves 1 more. And I think it's... Oh, that's a tank. Tank destroyed. Now, let's see what's left. There's something here I might as well find and pick up. Some paint. No, some glue. Never mind. Still, okay. So let's try equipping rockets. And... Oops. Mission complete. It says there's another upgrade around here somewhere. Another thing. So I'll just go ahead and pick that up. Oop, there's 2 actually. 3 actually. Silly me. Alright, so... Yeah, I'm having trouble seeing the radar, admittedly, because the mic is placed right over where the radar should be in my visibility, so... Yeah, I'm having a little trouble seeing it, but that's okay. And... Let's pick up the paint. And we should be about good to go. Alright, let's go ahead and land this bird, and then we can, I guess, get ready to use... Well, what's the next aircraft that I'm going to have available? That leaves me a little curious on that regard, so let's find out. Mission complete. So that means level 5, yard strafing. Okay. Attack the RAF where it hurts. Their main airfield is ripe and ready for harvest. It's of an utmost necessity you must succeed with this mission. The air and of the Allied Air Force, our fierce fighters won't let us get a second chance at this. Most likely they are reinforcing their ground support as we speak, so make haste. So we can get a new aircraft. We'll actually go ahead and use the Stuka, even though this is going to be before we technically unlock it. This is going to be the mission where we unlock the Stuka. And actually that looks about right as far as the Stuka should be concerned, I suppose. So let's go ahead and get on with it. So we can break the window and give our bombers a clear shot at taking out the Allied air base. Seems simple enough. Alrighty, now we are in position. Alright, let me just refresh just to see. Whoops. Someone's shooting at me. Oh. Hello there. Unfortunately, I'm having trouble shooting this guy down because he isn't a more maneuverable aircraft. It's amusing when you think about it, because I'm pretty sure that is a... Oh! So that Dauntless managed to dive itself into the cold, hard ground. Okay, then. Oh, another plane. Did take a hit there, but it looks like we are still going strong. Our ammo situation could be better, but it could also be a lot worse, so... Alright, let's go ahead, swing back around. Ooh, someone's shooting at us again. Jeep is down. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, so now that he's out of the way, what's left? Oh, there's some radar there, so we'll go ahead and take that out, and that should hopefully be it. Hopefully. Anyways. He's down too. So let's go ahead and get ourselves the new plane kit and whatnot, and we should be good to go. Fortunately, we got more planes incoming. And that is a problem. Yep, that was a near thing, alright. Okay, so let's go ahead, turn right back around, pick up this. And what is left at this point? Maybe there's some... Oh, there's stuff up here. That's probably where it is. Oh dear, that's a problem. Ow, 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 ow. And they are still shooting at me. Okay, so we got them. Oh, still enemy stuff shooting at me. Well, that was also a little on the inconvenient side. Okay, he's down now. let's fly this back home and complete the mission. Ooh. We gotta hurry to land this, otherwise we might get shot at yet again. I will say this, though. This plane did come in handy. I definitely put the extra health to good use. There we go. And let's continue. Alright, yard strafing, Glue race. Our latest effort in the Garten sector has drained our resources and we need to resupply. Convoys with our repair material is slacking behind, though, and we can't delay our mechanics anymore. Hence, we've decided to raid our enemy's supplies. The Allies keep a lot of spare glue up in the recent sector, which we must benefit from. Okay. So we will go ahead and get our Stuka out once more and raid them of glue. We need also to get the weapon schematics. Steal at least 8 glues. And I think for this particular mission we also need to hurry on picking up that weapon schematics. And it's also going to be when we get the laser beam. Oh yes, this is clearly the most historically accurate of World War II air combat games. To be fair, it's far from the only World War II air combat game I've seen that added lasers. So, yeah. I'm guessing that whatever is super special in here is in TV itself. Yes. So I will shoot the TV once again. Some glue. Convenient. Hidden Boss says, I mean, TV is bad for you. Yes, yes it is. Especially these days, but... yeah. Although this was one of the older... You know what's actually curious, now that I'm talking about TVs? It's amazing just how old the technology is when you actually think about it. I think the earliest iterations of television as a technology came out in the 1920s, if I remember correctly. And they were mechanical TVs. Really fascinating how they worked. And apparently you can actually make the, basically make the technology at home as a science project if you wanted to. Really fascinating how they worked. Of course, they were actually, the screen was so small on the earliest iterations of TVs that they actually had a magnifying glass for you to use, basically. Not that it was particularly effective at... Okay, so let's get this. Now we can go ahead and start shooting down some planes. Unfortunately, we are getting shot at by the enemy artillery, and we need to fix that problem really quickly. Some paint, and some additional fuel. We do have bombs, so we'll be deploying those to good use. Although I think this might have unlimited health, so it does, we are in a world of trouble. Or we could just fly under the things. Alright, I wonder how much more glue we need to get. Two more tubes of glue needed. There's one over there. Ow! Great, we have angered the artillery pieces again! Ouchies. Well, there's some glue over there, that's the good news. Looks like there's some more glue there, so that's also convenient. Glue and schematics collected. Secondary objectives complete. We can head back home. But yeah, as I was saying about the earliest iterations of TV, apparently they did actually require you to look through a magnifying glass, because the way it worked is basically they had a little plate or something like that with a bunch of little holes poked in, and it would revolve at a very high speed. And so if you timed it just right, you would be able to actually see the images projected through the holes, and they would be in sync and whatnot, and you'd be able to therefore watch TV. That's how it was done in the 1920s anyways, when the technology, late 20s, when the technology first came out. So it looks like we got ourselves our laser finally. So that is Dr. Zweistein. Some months ago, one of our most prominent scientists was kidnapped from our secret research facility, and his crew were secretly working on an outstanding new propulsion drive, just before they could finish their work. The area was secured by British Special Forces and all work ceased. Yesterday, our spies located where they keep the doctor and his fellow scientists in prison. Time to steal them back. Okay, I'm trying to think of how I should play. I guess we'll go one. Well, no, let's actually just go ahead and get the 262 out now, even though this is the mission where we unlock it. I don't know what's going on with the audio. Hopefully that fixes itself. Guten Charm says, good afternoon, sire. How are things for you? Pretty good. Okay, so the issue is occurring in-game as well. So that's fine. I will just simply restart the game, and that should fix it. I don't know why it's acting that way, but that's okay. I can fix that real quick. There we go. And we should... Fixed. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, things are going pretty good other than that problem. So let's go ahead and select the 262 again. Model kit and its blueprints. Laser beam ready. Alright, let's get this bad boy selected. And the fun. Gutentrom says, sorry I just joined. What was that topic you were talking about with old movies? Yeah, I was actually talking about television sets when they first came out in the late 1920s. The earliest versions of TVs, actually, the screen was so small that you actually needed a magnifying glass that they came with for you to actually see it better because of just how small it was. The way they worked was they had little thing on a wheel that you would a little wheel that would spin very fast and had holes punched into it, and the idea was it would spin fast enough that it would allow you to, once you synchronized it properly with the transmission, watch whatever program was being played. But yeah, the earlier TVs, like in the late 1920s, is what I was talking about. Oop. That was a near thing. Okay, so we've dealt with that. The only downside to the laser beam in this is that it is a little on the... It's a little lacking as far as ammo capacity, but otherwise perfectly usable. And very effective. So let's rescue the good doctor before anyone shoots him. Doctor says, great, I'm on my way to freedom. Ironic. At least the tank is shooting me and not the doctor. Some more ammo. No, you don't. Alright, so that was the tank I already shot at, clearly. Some more ammo. I mean, we are still getting ammo, which is the good news. I don't know why he's just milling around here, though. The Gutentrom says the traditional I just took for granted. Oh, God. Okay. Good news. We have the doctor still making his way down. And we have a decent amount of ammo to work with for the time being to deal with these guys. And it does seem to be working. National Socialist German says hi. Hey, National Socialist German. Okay, friendlies. That's a good sign. And it looks like we did it. Gutentrom says, honestly, imagine how much TV sets must have cost in the 1920s. Quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. Although what's interesting is, if you wanted to actually see how the things worked, from what I understand, it's possible to actually, as a science project of your own sort, make your own TV set using that technology just to see how it works. It's not too difficult, because it is pretty interesting. Now, you can actually look it up if you want. It's really interesting stuff, I think. So, mission number 7 is complete, which means mission 8 is next. Car trouble. With the British Air Force more or less destroyed and our factories mass-producing the new Messerschmitt 262 that Dr. Zweistein helped to build, we can slowly commence the Zerstör campaign. Step 1 of this isn't too drastic. In order to secure this entire area, we must first strengthen our defenses. But have faith, soon it's time for our final blitz against the Allies. Okay? Go to the, we'll go ahead and get ourselves a key, protect some convoys. Expecting to destroy at least 3 enemy night fighters. I'm not sure how we're supposed to inspect them, but we will do that. Gutenschram says I shall have a look into this. Alright. Alright. Oh. Okay, simple enough. I'll be honest, I kind of mistook those tanks there, so let's go ahead and deal with them real quick. That should make the job pretty easier. Gutenschram says, in your opinion, since you brought the first TV's topic, what's the most underappreciated piece of technology we use nowadays? The most underappreciated. Most underappreciated of all time. Well, that would the first I think. Actually, this mission is a little difficult, so we have to kind of keep these guys a little safe, and that means shooting down some enemy planes. Okay, laser beam coming out, and where did he go? I think he deleted himself. Alright, so I'll have to think about that one because there's so many choices. Oh dear, that's a problem. That's one of these guys down. Okay. Some ammo, some extra goodies here. Now that we have gotten this, we can hopefully keep these guys safe. Here comes another plane. Alright. We'll try to trick them into trying to shoot that first. We've destroyed the enemy night fighters. That's the good news. But yeah, genuinely underappreciated technology that gets used to this day. Out of ammo, that's a problem. There we go. I think that if I had to pick of the ones that are the most underappreciated, it would be some of the technology that gets used in agriculture, like, for example, pesticides would be an example. If I remember correctly, I think it was Dr. Goddard that might have been one of the ones involved in pesticide research and all that. I know for a fact that the work that Dr. Goddard did do when it comes to agriculture feeds something like half the world's population. And given that a lot of people just don't... given that there's so many people out there that don't even really know how food is produced, I mean, we have people going around saying that why raise cows when you can get meat at the supermarket and stuff like that. That's the meme example, but it's still an example that still gets pushed around every now and then. So the point is, that would be something I could think of when it comes to the technology that gets underappreciated. Partly because the technology is to an extent scorned a bit, and also partly and to be fair, there's certainly some criticisms you can level towards Dr. Goddard as well. He did do some messed up stuff later on, particularly regarding World War I, but that's a topic for another day. But, yeah, or that's a different topic anyways. But that would have to be my pick of all the things. Okay, so we did do car trouble. So now, substation, where we can... And I know technically that this is the mission where we unlock the Zero. However, I kind of do want to use the Zero in this mission. Gutentrom says, for the food example, I would name Rhodesia the breadbasket of Africa. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. So the Zero in this game is slow, which, to be fair, is actually historically accurate. Is not particularly maneuverable, which is hilarious. The fuel consumption, or being very fuel efficient, or having very good fuel or range, is true, and it has decent-ish armor, which is also hilarious. Gutentrom says, or nowadays known as Zimbabwe, the land of hunger and starvation. Yeah, when communism manages to make our apartheid Rhodesia look good by comparison, you know that socialism as an ideology is messed up. But I digress. So this mission can actually be a little bit tricky. I think this is one of those cases where you do actually want to grind a little bit before you actually get everything, before you actually move out. So let's go ahead and just start. Because otherwise we will be having a tough time when it comes to the enemy aircraft and everything else that we need to take out really quickly. now up to 6 upgrade points. To get at least Tech 1 or so before we get out of here, if possible, and it might just be possible. We'll find out. Got ourselves the laser. Guntram says, I would honestly pick radio technology. Food is massive, don't get me wrong, but the ability to use radio waves is so massively, I'm presuming, important. Yes, that is true. So I didn't quite reach the next tech upgrade, but I'm pretty close to it, so I'm happy with that. Happy-ish with that, so. So we are having stuff getting shot at right now. Good, we got that out of the way. An upgrade. We can get close-ish to another upgrade even. Seems pretty cool. Guntram says, even agriculture, we have... Let me just finish off these guys before reading that. Even agriculture, we have vast parts of it, and it would be impossible without radio. Automated vast parts of it, and would be impossible without radio. Yes, you are correct. Although, curiously, now that you mention it, some of that automation process did actually take place prior to even radio-assisted technology, if I'm not mistaken. For example, the earliest iterations of tractors were, surprisingly enough, stationary, if I remember correctly. They were just engines that, if I remember correctly, the way they worked was they operated by... Well, basically they were stationary. That's what I do know about it. And I think the way they worked is it was kind of like a conveyor belt or something like that would go along the route of the plants or something like that and just harvest them that way. But that was the earliest iterations, and the tractor just had a pulley system that pulled it along. If I'm describing it correctly, that is. And I might not be. I'll have to actually look that up a little bit. Now you've got me curious. Yeah. Anyways, so let's go ahead and this. Like I said, this is one of those missions where you do want to have everything as highly leveled up as possible before even getting to the actual area that you're expected to protect, because otherwise you're going to have a pretty bad day. Because this mission can be a little bit tricky. I wonder if we can go upstairs, in fact. Might. Oh, no. Oh, and it already completed the objective for us? What? That's a weird thing to have happen. Okay, that's... Okay, so we've gotten that down. We're just on the verge of upgrading this, so let's do that. And now we can go ahead and push forward and hopefully take out what's left. Which will include a few aircraft. And these aircraft have to go right away. Okay. Don't see them yet, though. That has me worried. I think what I'll have to do is just... I know they have to come through... There he is! how many more of these guys are there? There's at least one up here, around here somewhere. Or not. Whoop. There, nope, they are here, okay. There we go. That is down. There's the other one. Alright. Now we can return to base. Gutentrom says, I mean, going back to your point about the, you know, the Voldemort of science that you previously named, tell me one scientist that has never done something controversial. Good points, although, I mean, that is a good point. Although, even by those standards, there was a lot of people that did not agree with what Dr. Goddard, or had issues with Dr. Goddard. I mean, okay, so here's Dr. Goddard's controversial thing. He was the one that introduced chemical warfare to World War I. In fact, he even personally released some of the chlorine that was used at the Second Battle of Ypres. And this was so controversial, and for example, it horrified his wife so much that she took her own life using his service pistol in disgust at what he had done. So that's an example of how controversial Dr. Goddard was. Even though the man's work also feeds half the world's population at the exact same time now. So yeah. Like I said, so that's why I think it is, do you look at the good that the man has done, i.e. feeding half the world, or do you condemn the man for basically making chemical warfare a thing in World War I? That's the controversial nature of Dr. Goddard. And you will actually see his example brought about a few times anyways. Like, I know Thunderfoot has brought it up in debates before as well on the subject. Gutentrom says, I mean, technically the French started it, the Germans just took the glove off. I know what you mean. Yeah, that is true. The French did technically start it, although admittedly it was tear gas and, well, the thing is, you could also even then technically argue that the Germans didn't actually break the Hague Convention, technically. Although that is a technicality in the most extreme sense. Basically, the German justification was, in World War I, was, at the start, at the Second Battle of Ypres, specifically. But anyways, their justification, or excuse to defend it, was that the Hague Convention banned specifically deploying gas via artillery shells, and because they were just releasing it from cylinders, that it was technically not breaking the Hague Convention. Now, technically, they were correct, but it was a technicality that was measured in human lives and human suffering. So, and it was really more of a letter of the law sort of situation rather than a spirit of the law sort of situation. Cody Davies says, what's up? Hey, it's been too long since I caught a stream. Welcome aboard, Cody Davies. We are playing some Airfix Dogfighter. And we're actually close to the end of this particular live stream, admittedly, because this is the final mission in the Axis campaign, so yeah. Not a very long stream, I know. Let's hopefully not crash this. There we go. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, I need to fall back and run back home and hopefully find something to repair myself with. Because that was a problem. Goodrum says, I think we should just look and say he was human, he was flawed. That is correct. Oh, yeah, they got me fair and square. Alright, well. He did good and bad things, we should judge him on the topic. Correct. I agree with that. The thing is, even Dr. Goddard himself would eventually have a change of heart on that particular thing that he had done, the bad thing. Which is why when World War II rolled around, he refused to repeat his mistake. And ironically, I could also bring up the extra layer of irony to Dr. Goddard's story, but I don't think that would... But that's something that I think is probably best for you to discover yourself if you want. Cody Davies says, those are some spicy flame textures, lol. Yeah, the problem was the game is not exactly optimized for an operating system of nowadays, given that it came out in 2000. The fact that it can even run out of the box at all is nothing short of impressive. Now, I am using DG Voodoo 2, but that is to mainly get it to run... If I remember correctly, I think that is to mainly get it to run in a proper higher resolution. But if memory serves me, the game does pretty much run out of the box. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves our homing missiles, and we should be good to go. Goddard was... You're right, not Dr. Goddard. Or what is his name? Ah! You're right. You're right. I got it confused. You're right. I got it confused. I'll admit that. Dr. Fritz Haber was the guy's name. Dr. Fritz Haber was the guy's name. You're right. Yeah, but Dr. Fritz Haber was the guy who I was thinking of, not Goddard. Dr. Goddard was a rocket scientist. No, Goddard was not the World War I gas scientist. That was Fritz Haber. My mistake. No, that was legitimately Fritz Haber. That is 100% my mistake. The only thing that Dr. Goddard did truly World War I related was I think he helped start work on a anti-tank rocket launching system for the U.S. And that work would eventually lead to the bazooka in World War II. But yeah, it was Dr. Fritz Haber that I was thinking of. My mistake. Yeah. Guttentrom says, I know what you mean, I just don't remember people's names. Exactly, pretty much. Okay, we need to destroy this right away. Otherwise, we are going to be constantly getting wrecked by enemy Mustangs. We also need some help. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get our health back up so we don't have to see this. There we go. Guttentrom says the chlorine guy. Yep. Cody Davies says, yeah, see. Okay, so we got ourselves yet another upgrade. Hopefully when we deal with the final enemy, we should be good to go. Only 4 more and we can upgrade fully. There's the brown key. 2 more, because that one was a double there, so that's convenient. I mean, I could use some fuel, I guess, but... There we go. What else is left? Well, I could destroy this thing. There's our upgrade. How convenient. Or not, apparently, for some reason. That's unfortunate. Nah, I can still work with that. Now, let's go ahead and also go ahead. No, 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 no. There we go. Now we can go ahead and continue on our merry little way. Gutentrom says, if I remember correctly, even Einstein faced his dilemma and came to understand his World War I decisions better when he started working on the Manhattan Project. I thought that was Oppenheimer's thing that worked on the Manhattan Project. Or, I know... There's the Japanese weapon we can help rescue for an upgrade, and our laser beam. Alright, so we got our final N-tier machine guns. That'll be nice. Alright. Now, I think we are good to go. For the most part. Oh, some cannons. I'm not sure if I have those. Nope. Or I do, but still. We can now go ahead and face the final... Ooh. Actually, no, we can't, because there is this thing. Some extra... No, I kind of wanted to add the extra health. Oh, well. Okay, so the final enemy is an aircraft carrier. And is going to be difficult to defeat. Because obviously, it's an aircraft carrier. Fortunately, the nuke is not as difficult to acquire in this level as it was in the final Allied mission. So we can just get our merry little nuke, delete a few planes, and hopefully... Good news about this is being an aircraft carrier, it's even easier to hopefully hit it with the splash damage. Okay. We used up our supply of nukes. Hopefully at least one of them hit. That'll make our job a little bit easier. Now. That carrier is out of commission. Okay, so the aircraft carrier has been destroyed. Hidden boss says, too bad the water not there, or is it? Is it just hard to... It is there, it's just a little hard to see. But it is, there's definitely water there. Star Wars, the Old Republic guy says hi. Hello, unfortunately we are actually, this stream is coming to an end. Because we just need to get the plane kit and we should be good to go. And my advice when playing this final mission, use a jet, do not use the Zero in this final mission. Because you need a plane that is fast enough to pick up the kit. Which is way down there. And good luck trying to get it with the Zero. Oh dear, that's not what I wanted. And boss says, yep, there it is, just very light, indeed. Let's go ahead. Actually, you know what? I already have unlocked it, so I don't need you to, I don't think you guys want to see me just wasting time. Oh, we already shot down all the planes and completed the second. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you guys really want to see me just wasting all the time trying to collect it. Unless I get it in one final go. But I kind of need to do this properly, so let's just... There we go. Now we got it. Yeah, you kind of have to angle yourself even below, even past the downward slightly, just so when it tries putting you back up, you can get just enough depth to pick it up. Which is what makes it a little tricky. Now we can go ahead and land this bird, and that will be it for today's live stream. I know we've only been at this for about 80 minutes, but hey. It's the end of the game, so... To be honest, we've probably been in the air more than the actual comet could have been, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways. Alright, so that is good. I'll just go ahead and continue campaign, even though we've finished it. Wunderschön. Thanks to your outstanding achievements in the heat of battle, the Allied forces have been vanquished before our very eyes. This campaign has been a complete success. Your deeds will surely be remembered. We are proud to have people like you in our ranks. We salute you. Alright, so this shows us the developers and the credits here. By the way, I'm pretty sure that this was the first game developed, one of the first games developed by a little-known company called Paradox, who became known for some different franchises. Anyways, pretty sure this was at the time, again, when it was still a fairly small company, so these credits will probably go by pretty quickly. QA manager, okay. Unless this is going to be one of those cases where the game just simply repeats, repeats the credits, but I don't think that's... I think I'll be able to spot it if it does that. Development director, But yes, as I was saying, this game was one of Paradox's first games. It might have been the first, let me double check. Back then they were called Paradox Entertainment rather than Paradox Interactive. Yep, that's the end of the credits, so... Alright. So we'll go ahead and exit that out, and... yeah, so let's go ahead and call it. And, yeah. This was either the first or one of the first games made by Paradox, as far as I can tell. But yeah, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take